Hi guys, happy Saturday. So, I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Thus far. So, yeah, kind of just getting back into the horror movies is kind of what I'm doing, and I just kind of wanted to do a review of The Curse of La Llorona. I think it's a really, really bittersweet because, the woman, she lost her kids, or she died in vanity because she was so vain, and, she had to be so beautiful, and then her kids, she either killed her kids or, let them drown or something. And then she comes back and she's, wailing and she's weeping and she's sad. So, it's just, I do think this person existed in time, somewhere in time. It is a Mexican folktale. So it reminds me of La Santísima Muerte in a way. But I think that La Santísima Muerte would actually be the one to help the La Llorona find her children so that she could finally pass on. So I don't know if it's still going on today. I know there are people on forums and online that like to share their stories with La Llorona. I've never really had the story. I've never heard anybody weeping or wailing, but I love these kind of ghost stories, and it is based on folklore and folk legends, and that's what there is a lot of good stuff within folklore, as in there is traditional craft. It's really neat. So, alright, so the character actually comes from the legend of the Wailing Woman. So there are a lot of variations of the story. It's crazy how many there are. But the most popular is about a woman named Maria, who drowned her children in a fit of rage. So I don't know why she drowned her children. Why would you drown your children? Well, there was, in the news back, not too long ago, there was a woman that killed her kid because she said it was demonic. It was possessed by demons. No, her dog. She killed her dog because it was possessed by demons. Like, really close to this area, and that's kind of scary. That's really scary. But, so yeah, she drowned her children in a fit of rage. So, inconsolable. Yeah, and consumed with grief. So she's always going to be wandering. So there's, nothing for her. So Maria ends up killing herself after her funeral. A woman in the same white robe she was buried in is seen walking up and down a riverbank crying. So it's pretty interesting. It's really interesting. The 1933 version of La Llorona is really good. Use subtitles if you can't understand Spanish. At the 13, is it? I don't know. It's over 500 years old, the story. So, alright, the La Llorona has made other recent appearances in pop culture. So yeah, she's getting popular. So she's in pop culture now, including as the Monsters of the Week in the television show Grimm, and an antagonist in Supernatural. So wow, she's actually in all of these. I didn't know that because I don't watch Supernatural. So the story is actually over 500 years old, and the story is one of the most commonly known folktales among Mexicans and Mexican Americans and some Central Americans. Carmen Tafolla, president of the Texas Institute of Letters and the state's 2015 poet, Laura, tells quote, stories of a weeping lady going down the streets of Mexico, current day Mexico City, were being reported more than a decade before Spaniards arrived in the Valley of Mexico, and that was in 1519, she says. They were part of the omens reported by theological advisors to Emperor Montezuma that set him on edge, worried that bad news was coming. This is documented in the histories of the Mexican Aztec Empire. There's got to be some truth in that. There's always some truth in folklore, so... Tafolla believes that the resentment of the Aztec Empire by conquered nations caused a cultural undertow, which had been brewing even before the Spaniards came. Quote, this folkloric myth of a woman lamenting the loss of her children was and is a powerful message rooted in the values and the cultures of the people. I do like that. It's about family, being close to your family, keeping close to your family, taking care of your children very well. It's just, in the end, it literally love conquers. So it's all about love and, family and togetherness. And that's what I like about it. So a myth, Tafolla says, that transmits a valuing of children above all else. A regret and a search for redemption. Her haunting nature and ever-present wails serve as a warning signs of danger and the imminent loss of future generations. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, I like that. The children, she could be a precursor to children being hurt. So she does go after people that hurt children. So with all this child trafficking going on right now, why is she not why are we not hearing any stories of La Llorona? So the message of La Llorona was so powerful, Tafola adds, that it continued to be treasured, transmitted, and repeated over 500 years. So it must have a very profound impact and a very profound message. Her tale was also turned into one of the oldest and most popular love songs, the Llorona, which was originally sung in the Natal language. So, and there's definitely a mystery, a depth, and a humanness to the people's La Llorona. Now, some viewers have expressed concerns over the film's portrayal of La Llorona. So, now the curse of La Llorona is something we grew up with in Venezuela. Patricia Valakis, who stars in the movie as Patricia, told Moviefone, however, Latin writer Yolando Machado wrote in the review of The Rap, The Curse of La Llorona writers Tobias Iconis and Mickey Daughtry don't dare dive deeper into who La Llorona was, the deep patriarchal roots that created her, and the history surrounding her. So she, to me, it's like she's trying to topple the patriarchy. Or the matriarchy, not the patriarchy, not the matriarchy. So, but unlike the film's depiction, folklore's La Llorona does not enter people's homes or cars, does not hang out in the bathtub, does not act like a mindless zombie, but is very much a human in pain, Tafola says. So there's definitely a mystery, a depth, a humanness to the people's La Llorona. She's not a zombie-like or emptied of feeling. She is saturated with feeling. She is a personification of our grief, our pain, and our tragedies of our history, of their history. So it's all about, she's an archetype. So it's cool. So some felt unhappy with the recent portrayal, have voiced concern on Twitter, including users have accused the film of whitewashing. So I can kind of see that. But the movie, Tafola echoes, is not a faithful representation of the figure. La Llorona is not even recognizable, but feels alien and disconnected from the human community. So it does 180 from our, image of her as a desperate victim, she says. So it rubs a raw wound of a stereotype of them, us, as superstitious and violent. So, and then, there's all this stuff. So it's, she's good at, just good values with that story. Very good values with that story. So I do like it. I thought it was pretty interesting. I did not like the curandero in the movie. I didn't like what he did. I did not like, I felt sorry for her. Her kids were gone, so she was trying to, get them back in any way, shape, or form that she could. So, and she was full of emotion. So, when the girl gets pulled into the bathtub, all that stuff, I don't like any of that. But the movie, a horror movie, yes, very good. And I like that it is connected to, this tale of La Llorona. And then there's also one where you actually can summon her. So I don't know if I would ever do this in my entire life. I don't know, honestly. I have no reason to. I have no reason to even, I don't want to mess with her spirit. So, but I guess if you have a small room, you close all your curtains, get it really dark, and then there's got to be mirrors, I guess. It's kind of like Bloody Mary. So there's got to be like a ton of mirrors in a dark room with red candles. So you light all these red candles, and then you call her name, La Llorona, La Llorona, over and over and over, the weeping woman, the wailing woman, and she's supposed to appear. So kind of like an evocation ritual, I would say, definitely, especially with the mirrors, because you are inviting something from another, dimension that is parallel with ours into our dimension. So what happens when you do successfully evoke La Llorona? I don't know. I don't want to find out, because that is, that's kind of, it gives me goosebumps a little bit. It was a very good psychological thing, and it did give me goosebumps, so I was very excited and very happy with that. But yeah, what do you guys think of the La Llorona, the real version, not any of the movies? I just think I don't know, I just think she's a very sad woman, and I do think she existed. I have not researched it, I have not gone into that much detail, and I'm not going to. But I do think she was, a real woman. I think there are probably a ton of La Lloronas that have lost their kids, and now they are in the afterlife wondering, where are my children? And just her being, lack of, of feeling that didn't resonate with me with the movie, especially with both 1933 1933 or 38 and the 20 whatever version. So it just didn't resonate with me. I just thought, well, she has got to have emotion because she's so sad because she lost her kids. So it makes sense. But just thinking about doing that ritual, though, it would scare me. It would really honestly scare me, and I don't get scared of much. So yeah, I don't think that would be something that I would do. A very good movie, though. A very good movie. Michael Chavez, I mean, you're good. Very good with that movie. So, but yeah, it was pretty sad, in the end. Everybody was happy, and the family came together, and it was like they were even more happier than before. So it's like, it's just like a reassuring, comforting kind of tale. Alright, let's do some coffee talk. I wonder who's going to do that ritual now that I've mentioned it. Remember, red candles, a dark room, and lots of mirrors. I've seen it on Google. You can Google it. You can find that ritual. I don't know where it went. So that's all I know about that ritual. But it does have like a variation of Bloody Mary to it, kind of, if you will. That's what I get from it. But I feel kind of bad. I'm like, well, she can't be that evil. She just wants our kids back. That's like, I was like, oh. Alright, Tina J. Hi, my love. Alright, I was hyped as fuck to try and see this. Like, I watched all the Conjurings, etc. So, it was even worse than The Unholy. Super annoying dude from Fringe was the deal breaker. Just saying, always trying to force down our throats. Satanists are always behind all evil. Was hard to watch the whole thing. Yeah, I know. She starts out, it's a witch's totem. The Satanist's master. Connection with witches and Satanism, and the whole movie was just good fiction. But yeah, I totally agree. I'm not for them whatsoever. At all. Alright, Tina J. Hi, my love. Hello again. I tried watching the new one, and I couldn't the last 10 minutes. I don't know. I was looking forward to seeing it, and it just started to go in a direction of superstition and fear-based entities. It is. The 1988 version. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but so annoying. I guess I would look for the throwbacks one from 1988. Yes. See if that is more depth than the current one. I do believe that the 1988 one has more depth than the Unholy 2011, I think it was. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to get through a lot of movies. So, but I like what you're talking about. I understand what you're saying, and I like it. I like your viewpoint. Alright, Tina J, thank you for some awesome tips. I appreciate you sharing this information. Oh, the magical oils, I love it. I love creating magical oils. It's so fun. It is so fun. Diane Hannon, hi you. Hi, back at you. I love making my rambling, crazy, kooky comments to you, gorgeous. I love you to death. I love it. I do. I love it when I love your comments. They're amazing. They're incredible. Alright, Diane Hannon. Ooh, oils. I love oil blends. I do too, Ryan. Can I take a shot of the vodka? If you want to, you can. I can't. I can't. I cannot drink. Or I would. Diane Hannon. I agree. This month has sucked. Love you bunches. It's been weird. I love you too. It's been really weird. Ooh, hi Lady Witch. How are you? Okay, for oils, I'll be using on my body, I stick with almond oil or grapeseed oil. Yes, I love it. They're very light. Almond or sweet almond oil I have right now on. Very light. It's not greasy. It's not oily. It doesn't make you break out. It's amazing. I haven't tried grapeseed, so they're light and easily absorbed. Yes, for anointing things, I have no problem using olive oil, vegetable oil, etc. Though I try to match up correspondences because why not? Exactly, I love this. I love your input. Every boost to the energy is to the benefit of my work. Thank you for that comment. That is incredible. I love it. I love that. Yes, exactly. Okay, so for anointing, I would definitely do olive oil or, vegetable oil, but for putting on my body, yes, right there, sweet almond oil. It's a beautiful oil. It's beautiful. I love it. I love how you do your oils. Lady Blind Wolf, thank you. I'm working on a few oils myself. I love it. I have... My biggest oil recipe that I like is 6 drops of jasmine, pure essential oil, 10 drops of amber oil, the real essential oil, and 10 drops of lily of the valley, which is very hard to get and it's very expensive, so use it sparingly. And then I add it to a little dram bottle, a little one, and then I put in a little bit of my sweet almond oil. It's cold pressed, and then I just kind of, roll it around in my hands. I don't want to shake it, and then I think about, the amber kind of absorbing negativity and making you feel better and happier and more joyful. Lily of the Valley connecting you to the goddess and, spirituality and making you feel just lighter and happier. And then jasmine as well is another, very soothing, oil. And the more I use these, it just brings me more comfort and I feel more spiritual, and it just makes my readings for me personally better, and it gives me more confidence. So Lily of the Valley is good for confidence and self-empowerment. They all are, all the oils that I've mentioned right now. Hi Lady Witch. So yeah, have I blogged that for you guys? I will definitely blog my recipe for my oil. It's a very tiny bottle. I mean, you don't need much. So yeah, just a tiny little dram bottle of it, and that's my jasmine, amber, and lily of the valley. And since amber is so, you want to shake them, or you don't want to shake them, you want to swirl them and kind of go like this. It's a really cool sound, especially if you have rings on. It's soothing. I just love that. But yeah, and then amber is very heavy, so you will see that it starts to get a little lighter. And if you need to, you can give it a little shake. And there you go. You can see the amber in there kind of floating. So you really want to get that mixed up good, and it is wonderful. But yeah, you definitely need your base carrier oil, because it will definitely, those 3 oils are very strong. I used to wear pure amber oil, and then I started to break out really bad, and I was like, what is going on? Amber oil, you need a carrier. But it's a beautiful smelling oil, so I might be selling those by the little dram bottles for $5. So if you guys are interested, I'll do that for you guys. So it's gonna storm, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about La Llorona. I'm just very curious about these folk tales. Folk magic, folk tales tie into traditional crafts, so that's something to ponder. But I love you guys very much. Please stay safe, stay healthy. Don't be peacing out on me anywhere. Just stay where you are. And Vera Farmiga, please stay out of the basements. Please. If there's a tornado coming, go to the basement, but just stay out of the basements, okay? Alright guys, I love you with all my heart. Thank you guys for the amazing comments. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I love you all very, very much with all of my heart. And thank you guys so much for your amazing comments. So, alright guys, bye.